Well, guys, welcome in. It is a Northern California sports and entertainment Saturday afternoon live on the StreamYard platform. You can join us maybe on YouTube or on X. Can't believe the number of people joining us on X and Twitter for the recent shows. And glad to have you. Today, boy, oh boy, what a topic. We discussed it in length yesterday on both the NCSE Network, as well as Giant Sports Talk Live with myself and my co-host, Eric Romo. Giants tender Mike Yastrzemski. All right, lots to talk about, lots to think about. What does the future hold? Oh boy, it's gonna be an interesting topic once again. It was highly debated on the other platforms last night, including Giant Sports Talk Live. So the Giants decide that they're going to bring back Mike Yastrzemski, all right? And we're not talking a cheap deal here. Yastrzemski's back, tendered at $9.25 million for 2025, all right? So, I mean, it's a short deal, a lot of money in my opinion. Almost $10 million. And do you honestly think that you're going to see Mike Yastrzemski sitting on the bench earning $10 million? I dare say not. So the question is, was this money that was well spent? Yastrzemski, he can hit you some bombs. The uppercut swings. He's going to pop up a lot. He's not a big hitter. Not a big hitter as far as the average goes. We all know last year, he got out of the gate so slow, he could hardly hit 200 for the two opening months of the season. I mean, that's killing you. And we all know that the San Francisco Giants have their troubles hitting with runners in scoring position, a la Yastrzemski, a la Matt Chapman. Basically, everybody in the lineup, Bailey, Matos. Matos did crack up, his plate appearances with some bombs, got some RBIs, but this is a team that didn't hit well with runners in scoring position last year. So that's obviously going to hurt the club. Yastrzemski, what he really does at the plate isn't much, is it? 124 Ks, and he had 474 plate appearances last year. What does that mean? Just over 25% of his at-bats. A little over 1 in 4. He's going to K. Do we need that? Was this the move you expected? Do you want to see Luis Matos perhaps get more playing time out in right field? The young guy, a player of the week in Major League Baseball last year, really hasn't gotten his due, his chance, his opportunity in San Francisco. Riding that shuttle back and forth to Sacramento kind of ticked me off. A lot of the guys were going back and forth, up and down, come up, have a pinch hit, go back. Really, what does that do to a player's psyche? Really? Come on, Farhan. Now, Farhan's out. Buster's in. He's made a total of 8 moves. There's been 8 moves. They're all lateral at best. Come on. I'm not overly excited. So I'd like to see the young guy like Luis Matos get more playing time. Even now, McRae strikes out a lot, but he can come in late and he can steal. He can hit the bombs, but he does strike out even more than Yastrzemski. So kind of an argument to my scenario here that Mike Yastrzemski possibly isn't your best option out in right field. As I mentioned off the top, there is talk that, all right, maybe they'll still go out and get a right fielder. Maybe we can add in that department. We need a second baseman, shortstop. That middle infield has got to be shored up. Let's talk about Ha-Seong Kim signing, possibly Giants going in on Willy Adames. Is that the move we really want to see? I'd like to get your takes if you're jumping in on the Twitter or on YouTube this afternoon. Would love to hear what you think. Yastrzemski, do you want to see him play every day? Should he be a bench player? Or, now, here's some things to keep into consideration. While the Giants made their move yesterday, tendering Mike Yastrzemski It's a lot of money. Would he be available in a package deal? Would you trade him? The question then becomes, who's going to trade for Yastrzemski and his $9.25 million contract? Come on. Like, do you think teams are lining up in the first place to sign this guy or trade this guy? Well, the Giants sure did, signing him yesterday. But are the Giants idiotic enough to sign him, then want to use him as a trade chip and try to deal that contract and maybe perhaps sign him and then have to eat part of the contract to make a deal? That I don't understand. I don't understand the logic, other than the fact that the San Francisco Giants still feel that he will be a player to be reckoned with, player that they want to see in the lineup, and he will be your everyday right fielder. Moving on from Michael Conforto. Conforto over in left field. You've got Ramos to play left, Jung-Hoo Lee in center. I honestly think that Conforto brings more to his at-bats than Mike Yastrzemski. Not a whole lot more, but more. And some people out there in video world on Northern California Sports and Entertainment Network are saying, hey, Glenn, come on. Conforto can get hurt. Well, do you think Mike Yastrzemski at his age is going to be a sound signing for a full season out in right field? So then, who do you got on the bench? You've got McRae, all right? Maybe Matos. Maybe Matos sticks with the club. He's going to be a bench player, get the odd start out in right field. He can also play other positions in the outfield. There's going to be injuries, and now I think more so than not when you sign an aged veteran like Mike Yastrzemski. The sign and trade deal, a lot of people talking about it, but I just something sticking in my craw that this was a bad move, if that is the logic that the San Francisco Giants are using to make this a reality. I mean, 26% strikeout rate. So you think, and I've said this with Eric over on Giant Sports Talk Live a number of times, do you think the teams are lining up, picking up the phone? Oh, phone rings, and it's, it's Buster. Yeah, I know everybody's interested in Yaz. We're trying to work out a deal with numerous teams. I don't think that's happening. Come on. Mike Yastrzemski, older player, now a $10 million man. You're going to have to eat the portion of the contract if you deal him. Anybody even interested in a Mike Yastrzemski at $10 million in a bulk deal? And if they're throwing him in as part of a package, then who is the piece the other club really covets? Is it Camilo Doval? Can you perhaps put him in a package with Doval, who was tendered yesterday as well? Tyler Rogers, he was tendered yesterday. And Lamont Wade Jr. Oh, boy. I wasn't planning on getting into that. But Lamont Wade Jr., another guy he's lacking at the plate. So do you anticipate you're going to see Wilmer and Lamont at first base a lot next year? Maybe Wilmer gets some DH time. I just don't understand the direction of the club. Do you? What is your take? What do you think about this tendering of Yastrzemski late yesterday afternoon? We got a lot of feedback on our platforms yesterday, not only here on Northern California Sports and Entertainment Network. I know Carter yesterday on Carter's Corner talked a little bit about it. On Giant Sports Talk Live, we did a deep dive into it. Eric and I did an impromptu 2-hour show yesterday afternoon when news broke. Last night, we reviewed it as well. I dare say people aren't happy with this move. I know I'm not. How do you feel? I mean, I'm wearing my colors today. I wear them most days. I'm getting a little frustrated by the lack of vision, maybe, is the word the San Francisco Giants continue to use. I mean, is it the same old, same old? I mean, we've lost Blake Snell. For the time being, do they sign Snell? Who knows? But basically, you're looking at the same roster, a team that couldn't play 500 baseball, minus arguably their best pitcher. What does that hold for 2025? Now, Eric tries to keep me at bay. He says, come on, Glenn. It's early. Nobody's making moves yet. Nobody's signing. Come on, wait. We're going all in on some great players. I haven't seen it yet. It worries me. No chatter. Eric says, silence is golden. I don't know. If this is the kind of direction the San Francisco Giants are taking, are they going cheap? Obviously. Arguably not. If you're signing a $10 million-esque deal with Yastrzemski for Yastrzemski? Hey, maybe he'll surprise me next year. I don't know. I just don't like the 26% K rate for a guy who'll hit you some bombs, but really do nothing else. Hasn't got a high average. Last year, barely could hit his weight. We'll get you the home runs, but you know what? We've already got guys who can hit home runs while striking out and not getting any runners in when they're on base. Takes me back to the Chapman deal a month ago. 6 years. What did he do last year? A few stolen bases. I'll give you that. It was kind of a nice addition to his portfolio. But do you want to see Luis Matos play? Would you rather? We said it last year, and other channels have said it as well. You want to see the young guys. Mike Yastrzemski. More your senior citizen, isn't he? Could there be this sign and trade? We'll have to wait and see. I just don't see the teams lining up. I don't see Yastrzemski garnering the interest among other major league teams at that contract price. And what do you think of the Giants? I mentioned it earlier. The Giants signed him to a $9.25 million contract. $9.25 million to play one season. And then if you trade him, you got to eat part of that contract. Do you honestly think he's that big a trade chip? You got to have him in a package, so you had to sign him for that price? I don't get it. I'm sure we'll be talking more about that when we go live every Saturday afternoon at 2 for Northern California Sports and Entertainment Network. Saturday afternoon live. Do a quick show live with you just to give our weekly comment. And today, of course, the news of the week would be the Yastrzemski signing. And you can join us for Game Night Live, weeknights at 6 p.m. We'll take a look around NHL, NBA, NFL, and what's happening with the Giants and around Major League Baseball with all these signings coming soon. Coming soon to a team near you. It's been crickets. Not hearing much. San Francisco Giants. I'd like to get your thoughts. Leave a comment. We'll get back to you. Let us know if you think Yastrzemski is such a monumental move. It's going to, dictate the direction of the team next year. Will it move the needle? I don't think so. What are you going to add now? All right, now you got to go out and get pitching. So if you bring in a Snell, you bring in somebody else, maybe a Burns, Baltimore Oriole. Does that raise the bar for 2025? Or what you see is what you get? Like to hear from you. Let me know what you think. Is it going to get better? Or is the slogan, Giants Baseball 2025? It's 24 all over again. Give us your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you. Northern California Sports and Entertainment on YouTube, the network. Dropping by on a Saturday afternoon. We'll be in every Saturday at 2. You can join us weeknights at 6. And we'd love to hear from you. We're back on Giants Sports Talk Live. Eric and I will be over on that platform. You can join us on Twitter and YouTube tonight, 8 p.m. I know that this will be spoken about at length. Yastrzemski, Wade, Rogers, Doval. Hey, just sign them all. Bring back 2024. We'll do it all over again. What can I tell you?
You've been watching the Northern California Sports and Entertainment Network, a Northern Lights Entertainment broadcasting station.